This is Michi here. Good morning. Hello everyone. Happy Sunday to all of you. Welcome to the A1 eSports setup building stream. So we got a race today in the McLaren 720S GT3 around the Zandvoort circuit. And yeah, apparently that takes place during Formula 1. So that means green flag drops in a good 2 hours. So yeah, I decided to go online and do some little testing and practicing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we are going to be out on our setup from when did we qualify? Wednesday night, and try to work on that a little. I'm gonna show you what this setup looks like, and you guys gonna have full access to this data here. Because it's just a personal competition of mine. Anyway, we're putting in some values into the car's setup area. So yeah, we go quite soft, mid hard, however you want to see it on front suspension. Softer in the rear end when it comes down to the ARB. Beyond that, a little more camber. Got lowest pressures already. Hey there Sven, Mr. TJ, how you doing guys? Also beyond that, I do know that the brake bars can be run quite some stuff forwards. So we're looking to have a 30-minute race. A 30-minute race around here means, I think, 20 laps or something. So let's see if 80 liters is going to do it with the fuel. Need to find out on that one indeed. Bear with me. Why is my force feedback so dead? Minimum torque. Hey there Timmy, how you doing? Hey Norman. Ben, the new F1 track? I don't think that is the case, is it? I need to move a little with my seat. Ah, there we go. Is that confirmed, Ben? Or is that just some of your wishes? Oh dear, Jörg. I hear you. I hear you very much. Oops. So let's see what we can do right today. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Zandvoort either. But it has been chosen for this competition, so we need to take it, you know. Got no real clue what lap times we're looking at in race conditions. Good morning, KA Sim Racing. How you doing? Oh, I heard a lot of speculation things lately, so I think everything's possible, is it? Although I kinda quite not believe that Zandvoort will be picked as a racing venue for Formula 1. I think on this track you simply can't really overtake. So I don't think you will have a Formula 1 race coming up here. Also, you guys see me not pushing the car to the maximum of limits, which has the reason that I, of course, have to drive like in a race, so care a little about tires, don't overheat them, don't crush them, don't punish them too hard. You're living at the hotel while house search? Don't tell me you go to the Azores Islands without having a house beforehand. I mean, where did you send your sim racing gear in, KA? Right, first lap time coming around at 38.6. Oops. You would think that a top 6 result should be quite reasonable possible when qualifying in 7th for that race today. However, you know, one single lap is something entirely different compared to a full 30-minute race though, you know. Oops. Hey there Sven, how you doing? I think I'm crap slow around that chicane here. Oh dear. What can we do to that setup really? Try is a little bit more stability, and let me do a quick fuel calc first. So 30 minutes is 1,800 seconds. We're doing not quicker than 105s. Makes it 20 laps, including information. I mean 60 liters of 62 liters of fuel. It's plenty enough. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, I'm not sure whether the safety regulations is really such a big deal here, but what I really think is a big deal is the thing that the track characteristics is probably not too much ready for racing with Formula 1 cars on it, right? Oops. Well, let's have a look. The thing that really sort of worried me was that the car liked stepping out on the other setup, which we had beforehand. So what I did now is I made it a little less aggressive on the front. I increased the rake though, trying to get the downforce a little up, and also increase the overall grip. Also those slides, they're not painful, but they should be abandoned. a lot of cut tracks will be done in that exit of the chicane. I'm pretty sure about that. Oh dear. Missed the apex. Missed that apex. Zandvoort is a very technical track where you can do a lot of things very, very wrong. Hey there, Kev. Yeah, I believe that the Bentley is OP everywhere, to be honest. I just don't want to start fiddling with the Bentley now. Although I could do though. But yeah, I sort of note myself down for the McLaren today. So I have to find out quite some things still because I didn't receive the mail for the registration for today. Huh? Hasn't my last lap been an improvement? Just 3/10. I mean, can't be that hard, can it? Thank you, Arnold, for liking the stream and welcome. I always mix those settings up. This is harder despite the number is lower. Okay. Yeah, Kev, I understand though. Also, I need to find a livery update for whatever GT3 I'm running in the final, if I make it to there. I'm just such a bad GT3 guy. I remember myself testing my ass off for McLaren's World Fastest Gamer. Unhappily, there was just one choice of car. Yeah, Ben, that might be right to a certain extent. Although I think Zandvoort has been on the calendar beforehand, so it's also a reasonable explanation. But of course, Max surely is quite some factor. Yeah, that car is aggressive now. Oh my god. Let's try and put in some laps, get some rhythm in, see what the balance is like real. As soon as the tyres starting to drop, oh my god. Balance obviously will change again. I don't think you can simply run over the grass and be fine. Well, that's just what I think. As we at least come down for some improvements. 37.3. Oh, turn 1 is toxic though. Audrey, thank you so much for liking that stream. Hey there, Luca. How you doing, my friend? You seem busy lately. Hope everything's alright. Ooh. Oh my god, nearly did. Need to be patient out of that turn. You're gonna be fine, Luca. You know, there's gonna come that point of day, or that point of time in the year, where you're gonna be less busy again, and everything will be fine again. So all I need to fix really is the rear end stepping out of turn 1. That is my only problem I have with the car, a little instability moments here. Could be just anti-roll bar things, 37.2. Really need to see how the balance works over a long period of time though. Depends what we do further laps. Need to keep them tires happy and in a quite reasonable temperature range. Okay, if you have to consider that some of the top 10 guys are die-hard sim racers and die-hard GT3 experts. Guys like Andrei Rajkovic, I think he's also a real-life race driver, so he definitely knows what what he's talking about. And also saw names like Heiko Kolvenbach. They are racing the GT3s in an endurance race league, so they know the game, you know. They know how to set up these cars, they know how to drive them on rFactor 2. Despite rFactor 2 is to me the most complete, the most real simulator, I think it still has some flaws. Oh look, speaking of the devil, Andrei Rajkovic has just joined the server to do some practice himself. He's also sitting in the Porsche. Oh. Hey there, Kingus. Yeah, Chuck does hot laps, that's true. Hope you're doing alright though. Are you Kevin Karas by chance, Kev? You're not that far away, unless that is quali fuel. Like, really? In the meanwhile, going to go any lower? Detached. Not sure whether I want to run detached. Okay, quali fuel and soft tires. Yeah, quali wise I could do a low 35 maybe. Whatever I qualify with is what I can do, I think. Not sure if the rear end bumps causing any trouble, but I think they should be quite a little softer. Yeah, I think they use kind of less grip right now, to be honest. Do I keep the spring rate where it is? Might be worth a gamble. Hey Tom, thank you for joining. I hope you're doing alright. Yeah, Luca, that is quite. They've been out of stock quite long now. Oh, Ben, that was a difficult question. Since I got a car wreck last Thursday, as some of you may have seen, this has fucked up a little the financial plannings, to be honest. Also, with me being asked to put in tax for last year soon. Yeah, things are not going too well, to say it like this. So there are delays caused. Hey Altaman, what you need? What you mean? What I need to do in the showroom? That balance is a lot better on the car. Oops. Too quick. That's alright, Paul. You know, sometimes real life just comes into the way. We all know the deal, don't we? Yeah, that balance definitely feels better. Is it quicker though? The car balance I'm speaking of, when being on throttle out of the turns and stuff. That sort of balance. That one, now the car doesn't sort of snap on me on the exit of one, which is great. Gives me a lot more confidence. I'm not working as hard on the wheel anymore. Means I can get the power down more smoothly as well. Oh dear. Of course we got a little of sliding in the car still, but that is manageable. And it doesn't slow me down a lot, you know. We're looking for an improvement into the 36s, which is fine. If we could get the final chicane right, obviously. Also Tim Neuendorf, he's one of the very quick guys, so watch out for him. Yeah, have a lot better feel out the final turn. You can also see we're still gaining a little on our lap time here, so 36.8. HSG Hanauerland. I kinda cannot believe that they have a Twitch account, but whatever. Thank you so much for your follow up there. I appreciate that. I guess it's you, Ferdy. Yeah, this last chicane is a little wicked, to be honest. Quite a lot of things are wicked on that circuit, to be fair. Also, this chicane of hairpins is quite weird, you know. Yeah, Kingus, I thought so. Thank you so much for your support. Lol. That was like just throwing the car through there. So we're coming around with another improvement. Oh, we're definitely going the right direction. Out of 36.8, we dropped down to 36.6. That wasn't a good one. Now we're going a little too hard to the tyres, to be all honest. I hear some sarcasm engaged. However, I'll try to finish the full stint, so fuel-wise. No brakes. Thing is, you're not allowed to really over push these tyres. With the thermal degradation included, they wear out quite quickly. And I'm dropping pace straight away. So that is something that should be worked on, really. Also that turn, I'd just drive it in a full four-wheel slide, whether intended or not intended, which is just not optimal. Let me check something before I go out again. Lol, the front wing didn't pass the 5mm deflection test. Did. Oh dear, Kimmy. Well, it can happen, you know. So, I decided to increase the right height in the rear just a little more, getting us a little more rake. Then let's see how many laps we can do. 36.6 is reasonable. Should give us some decent speed, probably not the best overall, but really reasonable. But then wait for Mr. Neuendorf to put in a lap time and smash us. So we're soon going to be shifted back into P3 of this race practice session. Yeah, rule is a rule. More harsh, I think the rule is if you forget getting weighted. Now, if you oversee the weight, oh dear, if you oversee the command to measure your weight, so that's happened to Gasly. He came into the pits in FP2 and did not drive on the scale, and he has to start from pit lane 2 because of that. That is more of a thing where I say, you know what, fuck off. A flexible wing though can mean really an possible sporting advantage. Therefore, I can understand the disqualification and shit. But Jesus, because someone passed the scale without driving on it in a free practice session. I mean, it's called free practice, you know. FIA doesn't really understand their own rules, to be honest. They have so much variety going on in their ruling and in their penalizing. Well, of course, if Charlie Whiting or whoever was in command back then said, well, we can't see something illegal on it, it's deemed legal. If we're talking about the Mercedes wheel nuts and shit. Sven, are you also in that race today? Should be something for you as well, as you were German. Oh shit. What a narrow entry angle into that effing turn. We'll need to check what Tim is running. I can do that next time I'm in the pits. But I'm pretty sure he will smash my lap time soon. He's just 3/10 behind on me right now. What is calling this ever standing yellow flag there? That pisses me off. No, I mean you, Sven. You should go in and take part in that series for the next couple of runs and try to qualify as well. You can do it. I know that Devon Brown is sitting in the Aston, so of course kudos to his 35.9, of which I believe definitely is race fuel. But then the Aston, you know. I mean, I could pick the car as well. I can change for the next round, to be honest. Rules allow that, so... Let's have a look. Maybe we're sitting in the Aston next time. Yes, Sven, feel free to contact me later. So also right now, I'm not hunting for times, I'm hunting for consistency, really. Or I should be a bit quicker. Like, I should be able to run high 36s. For a couple of times, see how the tyres last. Too far on the inside. I still do it during a competition as well. It just feels super comfortable at every time possible, to be honest. I will miss it having the hoising felt pedals, to be fair. So this race we're practicing for happens today. Sadly, it's during Formula 1. So for those of you watching me later, I hope you guys won't spoil anything that happens from the Grand Prix. Because I definitely have to rewatch that later on. Because sim racing first, you know. There was a Merc, by the way, but I do not know which position. So Tim is now ahead of me, 60 thousandths. Could have been him, I'm not sure. So it's just insane, you do not push the car quite as much. It doesn't really feel different, but it's just 6 or 7 tenths off here. This is so funny. You can see me losing a tenth here and there everywhere. But this is the good thing, you know, if you qualify ahead of someone, you basically just need to put yourself down, do not do any mistakes, and no one will pass you. Because that is how this track works. I did the same for McLaren World Fastest Gamer, qualified in 3rd. Or in no, qualified in 5th and just kept there. I mean, I can lower the ARBs and try and see, but I have found out that this didn't work in other races with the McLaren GT3. I needed some ARBs for rotation, really. Hey Brendan, how you doing? This is a A1 eSports competition. Sadly, it's only accessible for Germans, Austrians, Swiss people, I think Luxembourg and Liechtenstein. So all the people there based there, they are allowed to take part. Oh my freaking god. I mean, I would be happy to not just do lap times worse than 37th. Well, this is what I mean, I just start slowing down now. Oop. For whatever reason. I'm losing grip. Björn, I can't actually see F1 racing on that track. Because I think people won't be able to overtake, really. Also, do you guys see a fluid picture? Yes, you do. Interesting. Because I can see stuttering all around, even on OBS, but the picture you guys are seeing is fine. That is weird. So, wow. Fucking screen freeze. I would need to find the result file of it. Maybe I can do so after the testing. Yeah, Brendan, you're absolutely right. I'm looking forward to see Leclerc finishing ahead of Vettel because he has been half a second quicker than Vettel all weekend long. I'll randomly just lose time. And another 10th. And another one. Well, okay, that was not randomly. But, you know, I just can't get the lap times in, and I remember that being the same thing back then in the Sebring race. Like, the first couple of laps have been 2007, 2007, 2008, and then I dropped back into the high to mid 201s. Oh really, Kev? So the official practice is starting soon, right? Okay, we stop this then. Okay, guys, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna reschedule the stream. I think we're gonna be live in a good hour from now with a main event. And just quick question. Quali starts in... that is great to hear. Thank you, Chuck. Let's see what Tim Neuendorf is on car-wise. Nope, he's sitting in the McLaren. So, same kart joys as me. Yeah, but he has done quicker lap times. Really not sure if he has done a quali run or I mean, he just did 3 or 4 laps. Could have also been just the first lap each and every time out of the box. All right. Thank you, Kev. Thank you also, and good luck there. So people asking about streaming. If that says no, I would be surprised. Anyway, I'm gonna save this set as being a race set. It's gonna give me some decent balance in the first couple of laps, and then just after that, it's just about managing. In the meanwhile, I can try and find an entry list for today's race. Bear with me for a second. It's taking some time, you know. rFactor 2's taking logs. Also, I will need to do some little analyzations for the race. Also, we'll have to reread the rule book. Please, rFactor 2. Let me see if I can find it here. It should be in results. By the way, there is a new session live since that morning, which is... Can't really see what it is, to be honest. Just see it's another hot lap competition. I don't see what it is though. Anyway, rFactor 2's finally came down to a close, so I can put up here the entry list, and there we go. So we find ourselves in P8 as being the second best McLaren. Heiko Kolvenbach also proved that it's possible to do 34.6. We did a 35.4, so we 8, 9, 10th off, 8.5. Beyond that, we saw him, and here's Tim Neuendorf in the McLaren 650S. Robert Wiesenmüller, Andrei Rajkovic, Kevin Karas also. Yeah, I didn't spot any other name that came to my mind. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. That is the entry list, more or less. I think the top 30 made it. So, too bad Christoph Rudolph didn't make it. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for right now. I'm gonna reschedule the stream. We're gonna see some racing live later here in the McLaren 750S, 720S GT3. And guys, I'd like to thank you so much for being here. Once again, please, if you watch later and you watch F1 Parallel, please don't spoil. I would really appreciate that. And other than that, we're going to see each other later for some racing here around Zandvoort Circuit. Guys, that's going to do it for now. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Michi, and I'll see you guys out on the track.